guys and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be filming a Q&A. One of my favourite videos to film. I love sitting down and answering you guys' questions, but I do get a lot of questions that are repetitive and a lot of questions that several people ask. So hopefully in this video I can answer those questions. Although I have had to quickly ask on Instagram for some more questions because silly me didn't screenshot them and they've gone off my Instagram story. So I'm going to hopefully have my fingers crossed that some people have asked me some questions. I can remember a few but not many, so we're going to start with the ones that I have screenshot, and hopefully by the time that I finish those some people have asked me some more questions. Ideas for activities. I think the ones that I'm going to probably suggest may change depending on how old your kids are. But for my kids and what we do, we have dance parties. We really enjoy like listening to music, doing some dancing, something free, something fun, something for them to burn their energy. Watching lots of movies. We've watched countless movies during this lockdown because it's winter. We can't really go outside that often. We do go outside, but obviously not as much as we did in summer. So we do watch a lot of movies. We have a lot of snacks. We have duvet days downstairs. The kids also absolutely love a bath. We also have had boxes upstairs, plastic boxes, filled them with water and put some bath toys in there, and that's another really fun activity for them as well. Painting is a really popular one in this house recently as well. The kids absolutely love painting. Baking is another hit in this house. Cole is getting so into baking, although with a toddler and when you're baking it can get a little bit stressful. But it is so much fun and the kids absolutely love doing it. A few activities that are probably a little bit more thoughtful are crafts. You can do a pamper night, which I thought sounded so much fun, especially if you've got some daughters. And even the boys if they want to join in, but I definitely know that it wouldn't be something Cole would be interested in. Obviously Aubrey's too young for that, so it's not something we're planning on doing, but it is a really good idea that I've seen quite a few people doing. Camping is a really one, although I'm not suggesting you go and camp outside in this weather because it is absolutely freezing. If you want to do that, go and do that. Just make sure you wrap up warm because it's cold out there. But you can always camp in your living room. There is a lot of ideas on Pinterest, so I would definitely recommend checking out Pinterest. Obviously Valentine's Day is coming up, so you can do some Valentine's baking. You can make some gifts if you like to do DIY and those kind of things. And obviously Easter's coming up. I know it's in 3 months. Easter's not just yet, but it's never too early to prepare for Easter. And I'm sure if you've got kids, they would absolutely love to make some Rice Krispie cakes, which are super cheap and super easy to make. You do not need a lot for them. All you need is Rice Krispies, some chocolate and some mini eggs, or even just have Rice Krispie cakes without anything on top of them. So yeah, there is so many things to do. I will leave a few suggestions in the description of things that you can do. I'll put some Easter things on there, Valentine's things, and some other things that you can do during lockdown. Pinterest has been my best friend during this lockdown. It's so hard to keep kids entertained and it really helps think of ideas. More kids. I'd like to say no. We don't plan on having any more kids. We wouldn't really like any more kids. We're very happy and content with the 2 that we have. But obviously, like I always say, if anything was to happen, then things would happen. But no, we're not planning on having any more kids. We're very content with the kids that we have. So no, we are not planning baby number 3 anytime soon. When you're getting married. We have not got any wedding booked just yet, but I have got a similar question coming up about weddings. Somebody else has asked another question, so I'm not going to go too much into this, but yeah, we have not got a wedding booked yet. We don't know when we're going to get married. It's not even in the process of even booking a wedding. When I first got engaged, I did sit and think, I want to start visiting places, I want to start setting a budget, and obviously I did start looking around for certain things about what I wanted at our wedding and just certain bits and pieces, because I have started buying for our wedding. If you've watched my videos for quite a while now, I have started buying for our wedding just like little bits and decorations here and there which will make it more affordable for us. We don't really know what we're going to do for our wedding, to be completely honest. We don't know if it's just going to be a family thing, just like me and Dylan and the kids and our parents and that's it, or if we're going to have a little bit of a bigger wedding. We don't really know yet. We haven't really spoke about it, and obviously because of COVID I don't really want to book anything and get our hopes up because right now nothing is guaranteed. Why is your other half never in videos / does he live with you? So he's never in videos because he doesn't want to be in videos, he doesn't like to be in it, so I never put him in the videos. So simple as that. I just don't put him in. He doesn't like it, he doesn't feel comfortable, and I'm not gonna put him on camera if he doesn't like it. So yeah, that's why he's not in the videos. He doesn't like it. And no, he doesn't live with us. How has life been with 2 kids and lockdown? For me, personally, it's been quite hard because Aubrey's at that stage in life now where she gets very annoyed very quickly. So you can't keep her occupied on a certain thing for too long because she gets really annoyed at it and she can be quite hard to occupy at times. And she's getting very frustrated with herself because she can't roll over yet. She is trying, she is learning, she's getting there. Same with sitting up, but she isn't there just yet and she can't do it brilliantly just yet. She can sit unoccupied for about 20 to 30 seconds without support. But apart from that, she does need somebody around her. So she's getting very frustrated because she can't do a lot of things on her own right now. So yeah, she's at that stage where she's very stressed. And she's also getting teeth very, very quickly, which is completely different to Cole because Cole had no teeth at her age. And she's got 6. She's got the top one's hair cutting through, then she's got these 2 here, and then she's got her bottom 2 here. And she's also got these 2 coming through, but I don't think they're cutting just yet, but these top 2 here are. So yeah, she's nearly got 6 teeth and she's turning 7 months on the 8th. So it's crazy and it's been very hard. But I have just been trying to keep them as occupied as I can and try and involve them both at the same time as well. Luckily, Cole's really easy in the sense that he'll keep himself occupied for hours. If you give Cole a car or if you put Peppa Pig on or give him something to do, he will keep himself occupied. What changes have you noticed with Cole since going to nursery? So many changes. His communication, he can talk a lot more now. I've even had comments from people that watch my videos and telling me how much is actually coming on, and I can see it myself as well, so I know it's definitely happening. But there's so many changes with Cole since he's been going to nursery. He's been saying a lot of words and he can communicate a lot better and he knows a lot more as well. So he'll sing songs, which is super cute. That's probably one of my favourite things he does. He did head, shoulders, knees and toes the other day, but my absolute favourite has got to be when he sings Frozen. That's just so cute. But yeah, they do a lot at nursery, they do a lot with him, and I'm not at all concerned about him. I never have been concerned about him. Some people have shown a little bit of concern here and there about his speech and things, but I knew it was going to come on, I knew it was going to progress. And now look at him. Have you made any arrangements yet for the wedding? So like I said, I have touched up on this a little bit, but no, we haven't really made any arrangements. When we first got engaged, I did start having a look around, a look at wedding dresses, bridesmaid dresses, budgets for the wedding, venues and things like that. But obviously due to COVID, I think a lot of it slowed down quite a bit, so obviously nothing's open, we can't go and view a venue, and to be honest, we haven't made any decisions for ourselves either. We don't know what we're going to do for the wedding, we don't know what kind of wedding we're going to have, so no, we haven't made any arrangements. But at the start, when I did get engaged, we did plan a few bits here and there about our budget and what we was going to have at the wedding and things like that. So yeah, we did that, but apart from that, we haven't made any other arrangements, and I don't know when we will, but we're not going to rush it. What's something you missed since lockdown? There's a lot of things I missed since lockdown, so it's not going to be easy narrowing it down to one, but I think the travel, to be honest. Traveling is my biggest passion with the kids, but not just travel, I mean just days out, just I feel like everything, but mostly just days out, just taking the kids out. Like Aubrey spent most of her life inside, and so was Cole, to be honest. Since lockdown last year, we've been in most of the time, and I feel so guilty, and I feel like they've missed out on so much. So trust me, when this lockdown is over and when it's safe, I'm going to be going all out. I'm going to be taking them everywhere. We're going to be living our best life when this is all over, because I cannot stand to look at my living room anymore. I'm such a home girl, like I absolutely love staying home, but I'm never going to be home when lockdown's over because this is just too much. The kids need some fresh air, we need a day out, and I'm just so ready for the world to go back to normal by now. How is weaning Aubrey going? Aubrey's doing really well with her weaning, to be honest. Obviously she has had a few stages where she was gagging quite a bit with her food, but that's nothing to be concerned about as far as I'm aware. She's not been choking, which is a good thing. I'm glad she's got a good gag reflex, which hopefully means that she's not going to choke, because I'm absolutely terrified that she'll choke. But yeah, she's doing absolutely brilliant with her weaning. It's going really well. She's taken to it really well. At first she couldn't grab her own food, like she can hold her own food, but she couldn't like reach out and grab it herself. But she's recently learned that in the past couple of weeks, and she's doing really well, and I'm really proud of her. What's the first thing you'll do once lockdown is over? To be honest, I don't know. I'm not making any initial plans right now, because obviously I don't know when lockdown is going to end, what sort of restrictions we're going to be on when lockdown does end, if we're going to go back into the tiers again, because depending on what tier we're in will depend on what we're going to do when lockdown is over. but to be honest, I just want a day out. So it kind of really does depend on what is open and what's available for us to do. If it's shopping, I'd like to take the kids shopping. I think that'd be quite fun for us to do. We have missed our shopping trips, and if we're in tier 2, hopefully we can have a bigger day out. We can maybe go to a theme park or even go out for a meal, because it's been a long time since our area has been for a meal. Our area has had hospitality closed since beginning of November, so it's been a very long time since pubs, hospitality and that kind of thing has been open. So you best believe our area is really missing that kind of thing, and I'm definitely really missing going out for meals as well. So yeah, there's a lot of things I'd love to do, but I think it really depends on restrictions. So I don't want to set myself up for thinking, now I really want to go for a meal in case it's not open, and then I'm setting myself up for disappointment. So I'm just gonna see what happens, and depending on the restrictions will depend on what we do when lockdown is first over. We plan on moving out. Yes, I do plan on moving out. We've been trying really hard to move. It's just not worked out right now, but I believe everything happens for a reason, and when it's our time to move, we will move. But I do have to consider a lot of things when I do move. I need to make sure that I'm in. Okay, so the last question that I've got is how is going from 1 to 2. I'm pregnant with my second. My daughter will be 4. So first of all, congratulations on your pregnancy. I hope everything goes well. And for me personally, going from 1 to 2 was pretty hard until I found that balance, to be completely honest. Nowadays I find it so much easier than I did within the first few weeks. I look back at my first few weeks of being a mum of 2 and it was really hard. It is quite hard work, which I've said quite a lot on my channel, but that was probably one of the reasons why it was really hard for me to cope at the start. A lot of people find it really easy to go from 1 to 2, whereas I found it harder going from 1 to 2 than I did from 0 to 1. I probably found it a walk in the park going from 0 to 1 than I did from 1 to 2, because you just don't know that balance when you first start being a mum of 2. But once you get that balance, honestly, it does get easier. It will get easier. You just need to find that balance and what works for you and your children, and everybody's different. At first I couldn't bath the kids together because it was so much harder to do that. Aubrey would absolutely scream the house down as if she was being murdered, because let's be honest, what baby likes a bath? And now you can't get Aubrey out of the bath. Cole helps me bath Aubrey. Yeah, it's just so much easier now that I've got the hang of things and I know what their routine is and what they both like. But obviously when she was a newborn it was so difficult, and it still is difficult nowadays. There still is days where I sit and think this is really hard, but trust me, it does get easier. Finding that balance is key, and it's the most important thing. Once you have that routine with them, you will find it a lot easier, but it's just until you find that routine, I think. But definitely take it easy, don't rush into things, because everything will eventually fall into place. So that is going to go ahead and end today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you do have any more questions, you can either message me on Instagram and ask them, comment them below, and my social media is left in the description anyway. But hopefully this video did answer some of your questions, and I will see you guys in my next video.